The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Franck Kessié, is a player, Peter, who really seems to have found his place. He's been described as the complete midfielder with physicality, energy, quality, protecting his defence, and he plays an important hand in moves forward. You really can't be asking for much more than that.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Punched away. Ball's gone out of play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fofana. Kessié, gently done. Guessol! Could be danger here. Crossed in again. And out it comes again. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Takes a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Chance here to counter. Fofana. Oh, perfectly measured that. That has been knocked clear. Does well to get it back. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Bai Jun-ho. Played towards the other side. Strong running down that left flank. Now here's the delivery. Well read. And the danger is averted. Looks to the other side. Bai Jun-ho. Good play on the left-hand side here. Aimed in towards the centre. Bai Jun-ho. Lee Kang-in. By Junho. And he goes cross-field. Oh, good spread. Calmly anticipates. And it's gone back to the keeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Aim forwards. Doué. Kosunu. Long ball looking to counter. And back to the keeper they go. By Junho.
Well, the favourites certainly are starting like favourites. They're the ones who are very much on the front foot and taking this game to the opposition.
He has found the way through.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Lee Kang in. Moved on forwards.
Ivory Coast couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Fofana. That's really well cleared. Doué. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Ahmad. Fofana. Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Ahmad clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Out of play for a goal kick. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kessié. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And that has been cleared. Lee Kang in. And it's played forward. That's a little off target. Oh, what a pass! Played out to the right. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Hit into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Still goalless at the moment. Ahmad. Kessier. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Fofana. Spread out to the left. That is good strength. And that's been well dealt with. Ivory Coast have got it back and they'll have another go. A searching ball out wide. Doué. Oh, it's played into the area. And he's there to clear it. He's got away. Kosunu. Kessier. Ahmad. Doué. And that's aimed into the middle. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Doué. Kessier. Clearly not happy with that. Gets it away. Nice interception, well timed. Aim forwards. Now that's well seen too. Ahmad. Ahmad. Fofana. Fofana! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Out to the left it goes. By Jun-Ho. Bullish header! Oh, not the best of headers.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Cross goes in there. Tries to get it clear. Ahmad. Deftly away.
Ahmad really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Gets good distance on it. Ahmad. Diallo, that's a delicate touch. Gison! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, they could be caught out here. And back out it comes. That's a throw. Kessier. Played into... Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
By Junho. That's really well manoeuvred. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. By Junho. Moved on forwards. Out to the right. And that has been clubbed away. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. By Junho, played out towards the right wing. Ndika with the clearance. Kessier. And it's played forward. Aim forwards. Cuts out the pass. By Junho. Approaching the half-hour mark. And he goes cross-field. Kessier. Doué. Ahmad. Fofana. Crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Lee Kang-in. Plays it out wide. Clears it away. Fofana. And that's been won straight back. He's having a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Diallo forwards and with intent. Decent chance! Moved on forwards. Lee Kang-in. That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get free. Defending of the desperate variety. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Bai Jun-ho. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's hoisted clear. Danger averted for now. He's shifting through the gears here. Bai Jun-ho. That's really well manoeuvred. Due gets over and intercepts. South Korea desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. He's found a way through. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kessier. Played towards the other side. Over to the left. Cross goes in there. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Gasson brilliantly anticipated the delivery, and he'll be annoyed it didn't lead to more.
Moved on forwards. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Lee Kang-in. And here's Lee Kang-in. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Diallo did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Ndika. Bai Jun-ho. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now here's the delivery. Tries to get it clear. Diving header! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
No complaints about his effort and commitment. He just needs to start heading in the right direction and get the drift.
Aim forwards. That's a good run down the left. Aimed in towards the centre. He's overhit it, and it's out of play. And it's played forward. It's just beyond his reach. Kosunu. Hofana. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now, where's he looking? Lee Kang-in. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And here's the chance to counter. Guesson. Oh, a delicate chip through. That'll be a throw. Kessié. Clears it away. Moved on forwards. Ndika. And it's Fofana. Kessié. Doué. Kessié. Played out to the right. So who's he picking out? He slings it in. Cleared away. Ahmad. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Crossed into the box. Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Knocks it out wide. Picks it up out wide. What a throw in. Oh, good spread. He is just caressing the ball. And it's made its way to him. Lee Kang-in. Hit into the middle. Kosunu clears it away. Kessié. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well read, nice interception. Aim forwards. Lee Kang-in. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
South Korea can add a little more variation to their attack. They've developed a right-sided bias with much of the same service into the box.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Here we go again, then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Now this could be a chance. Ahmad! Ahmad! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
By Junho. And it's played forward. Kosunu. Kessier. Ahmad. Guesson. Played out wide. That's very neat. Lee Kang-in.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Kessier. Ahmad. Doué. Doué chooses to go cross-field. Spread out to the left. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. By Junho. Lee Kang-in is onto it in a flash. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And it's Fofana. Lovely, now then. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
He is through here. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, it's played into the area. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. And he cuts out the supply. Fofana. Into the channel. Oh, played through for the wide man. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Doué cuts it out. Doué shifted upfield. And that's a chance for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Tries to get it clear. By Junho, gently done. Moved on forwards. Oh, perfectly measured that. Lee Kang-in! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Lee Kang-in really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
They've played it short. That's tidy. And he's heaved it away. Indika. Kessier shifted upfield. By Junho. Out to the left it goes. Doué. Doué played over towards the opposite flank. Fofana. Very nicely done. Goes for goal! Just off target.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
We're still waiting for a goal to report here. Diallo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Out to the right. Doué looks to get on the end of this. Ahmad. That's really well manoeuvred. Lee Kang-in. And here's Lee Kang-in. And here's Lee Kang-in. And they've got rid. Now this could be a chance. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Doué. Lee Kang-in. And it's played forward. It's a throw-in. And it's Fofana. Tries a deft little ball. That's going to go a long way. And that is out of play. And here's Ahmad. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Lee Kang-in. Played out to the right. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, nice touch. By Junho. Lee Kang-in. Across. Can he finish? And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well timed, excellent interception. By Junho. Well, no goals, but certainly no shortage of action.
Yes, and it's been far from uneventful. We've had a healthy amount of attempts at goal from both teams, and with this kind of ambition, we may not have to wait too long.
This might spell danger. Lee Kang-in. Fofana. Ndika. Kosunu. Aim forwards. Kessié. Kessié, gently done. Bai Jun-ho. Ahmad. Nice physical challenge. Spread out to the left. That has been cut short. Moved on forwards. Ahmad. Doué. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Wins the duel this time. Thinks one through. And it's hoisted clear. Lee Kang-in is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's played forward. He's in here! That's really well manoeuvred. Bai Jun-ho. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, super find. Now it's Ahmad. Ahmad! Oh, looks like he's been taken out. But tries a shot! Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in chasing after it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And he thumps it clear. Decent progress down the left. And he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot! Just sails past the upright.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Bai Jun-ho. Bai Jun-ho shifted upfield. Ahmad. Knocks it out wide. Now it's Ahmad. Ahmad! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he shoots! Dealt with nicely by the defence. So here comes a substitution.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
And it's Fofana. And the shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Over to the left. By Junho. Kessié. And that could set him on his way. Oh, and a chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Defending of the desperate variety. Kessié applies the finish! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
There's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that has been cleared. Kessié. And there's the shot! That was mighty close. That's really well manoeuvred. Doué. Kessié. Out towards the flank. Diallo. And that's aimed into the middle.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
By Junho. Lee Kang-in. By Junho. By Junho. Forwards and with intent. Indika. Moved on forwards. Fofana. Doué. A chance to play it in. Can he finish? Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. It wasn't too far off either.
By Junho. Aim forwards. Lee Kang-in is onto it in a flash. Kosunu. And it's played forward. Oh, Red, nice interception. Moved on forwards. By Junho. And it's played forward. Ndika. Kessié. Ahmad. Kessié.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, just wide.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Fofana, big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Calmly anticipates.
South Korea clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
That pass has been well intercepted. Lee Kang-in. By Junho. That's really well manoeuvred. South Korea still holding on desperately for what would be a laudable draw, with the seconds ticking away now. Zaha. Kessié. Ndika shifted upfield, and it's Fofana. Played down the flank. Succumbs to the pressure.
Ivory Coast really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
By Junho. Aim forwards. Lee Kang-in chasing after it. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Muscular approach does pay off here.
South Korea clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
That looks a cracking ball.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Proves too strong. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Kosunu tries to clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Ahmad! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Ahmad, oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Oh, such a clever touch. Can he latch on to this? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lee Kang-in. Elects to cross. That has been knocked clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Lee Kang-in does... And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Kosunu can get it clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's onto it in a flash. And he's picked out the run. Zaha. Zaha plays it in. And he's straight offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, some tackle that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ahmad. Kessié. And it's Fofana.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that has found him in acres of space. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Zaha. Played into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Spread out to the left. Cross goes in there. Carries far too far and out of play. Out to the left it goes. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Bai Jun-ho into stoppage time and it is still goalless. Does really well to win the ball there. Kessié. Purring through the gears. And he thumps it clear. Bai Jun-ho. Gets it away. It's gone for a throw-in. Lee Kang-in climbs up big, and that's it. Nothing to separate them. It is penalties. South Korea looked for a second that they might steal it there, but we still have deadlock.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into life.
So we brace ourselves for the nerve-shredding ordeal that is penalties. So now 5 brave individuals must step forward. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he's found the net.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Coolly done, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
So, the second man in line.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Zaha is the man who's second in line. That's a good penalty.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
The third man in the queue. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Diallo will take the third penalty. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Oh, straight down the middle, and for some, it's too much. He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Oh, calm as you like.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Calmly, he puts the ball down on the spot. He must, but can he? What poise! What noise!
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
And that has lifted the roof. So in the end, heartbreak, a few of them inconsolable. But this is what footballing fate had stored up for them. It is nasty.
Oh, this is so tough on the penalty taker as the heroes celebrate. Right now, it's a horrible experience, but they really